us as we welcome him formally. You're welcome to
Madam,
Saturday night. It's
thank
a pleasure
you.
meeting
Good
you.
evening.
Good evening. Well, I'm just touching your hands. I don't want to let go. Your hands are so soft.
Oh, my God.
Very nicely done. And your nails, too.
Well,
it's beautiful.
I think that should be the good work of a good manicure. When you go for a good manicure, then you'll have that kind of hand.
And your hands, too, very, very pinkish. Very nicely done.
I love to use, light pink paints after a good manicure.
What informed that, really?
I actually learned to do this when I was working in 1986 for His Royal Majesty the Ooni of Ife, Okunade Sijuwade Olubuse II. And I used to study him a lot. Very trendy, very fashionable. And, I looked at his, fingers one day and I saw, it's well manicured, painted. And that was it. And I picked it from there. And everywhere I go, people look at my fingers. Oh.
Yes, that would be the first point of call.
Yes, especially if I'm checking in at airports. You see, at Heathrow, you see all of them, they are calling them, saying, oh, come and see this man. This is so beautiful,
Wow,
but it requires some courage because sometimes people think, oh, is he gay or something?
Exactly, I was going to ask that.
Oh, but looking good is universal and it is unisex. So it's not only for ladies to look good. Men, I don't like scruffy men. And we're in show business, In showbiz, you must look good. You must look presentable. You must be charismatic. You must be charming, So everywhere you go, you turn heads and you attract attention. If not for this now, I'm sure you wouldn't be looking at my fingers.
I probably not.
Yes.
Looking at your fingers, I'd probably be looking at your face. But now I'm looking at your fingers, and very soon I'll be looking at your face.
Yes.
And then to talk about the texture, most people from your time, your age bracket, they usually have this very tough.
No, it's about applying cream regularly. When we were young, those adiagbon that we used in the villages, were quite effective because they were natural products. So till today, if I'm going to buy cream, I go for natural products. All those chemicals are the things that make the palm feel so coarse, as if you are touching gravel or something.
You seem to be very, very, very well grounded in the beauty business. Any plans of coming up with a beauty line or something? Have you ever thought of that idea?
No, not really. But you see, the Ovation brand normally is available for people who may want to do that.
Okay, good. Before we go into Ovation, let's start from the very start. Talking about your growing up. How did it all start for you? Because for the benefit of those who are just meeting you for the very first time, Nigeria and diaspora, we want to know you better. How did it all start for you? Where are you from?
Well, my father hailed from a village called Ile-Ife in Owan East local government in Edo State today. At that time, we used to call it the Midwest. But he migrated from there and settled in Ile-Ife, where he met my mom, who is from Bogon, very close to Ile-Ife. And I was born in Ile-Ife in the year of our independence in 1960.
Wow.
And I did practically everything in Ife, my primary education, my secondary, my first degree at the University of Ife, and my second degree at Obafemi Awolowo University.
Wow.
Yes. I also worked briefly. At the age of 22, I started teaching A-level Yoruba at the Oyo State College of Arts and Science. Thereafter, I worked as a private secretary to the then Deputy Governor of Ondo State, Chief Akin Omoboriowo. And after that, I worked for the Ooni of Ife and then went back for my master's degree. I have a first degree in Yoruba studies, and I have a master's in literature in English. Thereafter, I came to work in Lagos, and my first job was with Concord Newspapers, owned by Chief Moshood Abiola.
That's a long one.
Yes.
That's a very, very long one. So you're a family of what number?
3 of us on my mom's side. I'm the only child of my mom for my dad. But my mom had 2 other children before me. I'm the last born. And then my father also had 2 children before meeting my mom.
Okay,
so I'm just right there in the middle.
Polygamous family?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
My mom was the only wife at home. You know,
Okay.
so it wasn't a
So
polygamous family.
you were buttered.
Oh no, not at all. I'm not an ajebota by any yardstick.
Your palm is saying what
No.
you're not saying. Your palm is saying it.
No.
Have you ever had a cutlass in your life?
Of course. I went to a very local primary school. My primary school was so local that it was called Local Authority Primary School, Ifewara Road, Ile-Ife. I'm sure you've never heard that
For
before.
real?
Oh, yeah, for real.